ESPN. Yep, that's it. ESPN ranking all NFL teams' coaching staffs, coordinators in 2024. Here's what I'll say about this, right? Lou is going to carry this so badly. Like, there's no way you can tell me anyone else but Lou is going to carry this. Zach's a great coach. Love him as a coach. Hate him as an offense coordinator. Whether it's Brian or Dan Pitcher, offense is led by Zach Taylor. Like, they're just figureheads. Zach calls all the plays, right? That's just kind of how it works. And Zach's been very vocal. It's going to happen again this season that he's going to call all the plays on offense. And obviously, Lou calls all the plays on defense. So really, our coordinators, if you really want to kind of break it down, Dan's not really a coordinator. He kind of just gives 3 plays to Zach, and Zach just creates whatever he wants. So reality-wise, our coordinators are Zach Taylor offensively, and defensively, it's going to be Lou Anarumo. So, and obviously, we do have a special teams coordinator, Troy Walters, wide receiver coach. But Lou, again, like I said, he's really going to carry all this. Like, he's carrying this. He's carrying this. Because if you let's look at coordinators, that's one thing. Now, coaching, yeah, I think Zach Taylor's a great coach and one of the best coaches. Problem is, I don't think ESPN's going to sell too much on that. So I'm going to guess, look at this list already, but I'm going to guess we're top 12. I think top 12 is realistic. Because, again, like I said, not really having an offensive coordinator is going to really drop us down a lot. All right. I didn't take special teams into consideration, nor positional coaches, save for a few exceptions. Okay, so they're not really talking about special teams coordinator. So our special team coordinator is not going to be really talked about then. If you head coach an elite offensive play caller, it really helps. I wouldn't say elite. He's the play caller. I'll give you that. I wouldn't go as far to say elite, though. Past performance is a helpful grade, but only to the degree in big samples. We can use defensive coaches to explain this phenomenon. Mike Zimmer and Dan Quinn. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. All right, so that's kind of the criteria. In-game decision-making matters. Being good is different from being valuable. Okay. All right, so overall-wise, this is actually probably a good qualified list. There's the Raiders. I knew the Raiders were going to be somewhere at the top of the list here, although Antonio Pierce is absolutely an amazing coach. Not saying like amazing coaches in like I don't like I rate him more as like he's an awesome guy, awesome coach, as an awesome player coach. We'll see how he does with the Raiders this upcoming season, but overall wise, I still think he's an awesome coach. Commanders, okay. Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Witt Jr. Patriots, Gerard Mayo, Alex Van Pelt, okay. Saints. So far, this list I feel like is very accurate. I don't like when I say that because usually that turns bad. Okay, Panthers, makes sense. Seahawks, Ravens defense coordinator actually went over there. So I don't know if I 100%. Okay. Chicago. Giants. Broncos. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Atlanta Falcons. And then we have the Cardinals. That top 12 list, I don't think it's that bad. I think that's a pretty good top 12 list. Hopefully I don't regret any statements in the future here. All right, Jets, Jaguars, got the Chargers. Surprised the Chargers actually aren't higher on this list. A lot of people love Jim Harbaugh. But again, then, Greg Roman holding that team down, my mans. Dallas Cowboys. So we're top 15. I gotta give ESPN a lot of credit. I didn't think they were gonna do it here. I didn't think they were gonna give us top 15. That's actually a humongous W. I'm telling you, Lou is really carrying this, baby. He is really carrying this. Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, so we're top 14. Okay, so they put us at number 14. Zach Taylor, head coach, elite head coach. Dan Pitcher. Hang on. I don't want to do this, but I have to do this for a true stake, because I can't look at this realistically without it being correctly. There we go. Zach Taylor, offense coordinator. Zach Taylor, head coach. Defense coordinator, Lou Anarumo. This is the most important year for Taylor. He isn't on the hot seat or anything. There is some people who think he is on the hot seat, and I still find that absolutely crazy. Listen, we love Zach, and I think, for the most part, Zach is... He's a perfect coach for Cincinnati, because there's times where we get really ticked off about him, right? And there's times where we're like, Zach, man, I swear, Zach. Like, we get really upset. But then there's a lot of times where we get like, Zach, that's our boy. We love Zach. And overall wise, it's a love-hate relationship. Way more love than hate. But it's like that kind of perfect balance. And that's why he's perfect. Cincinnati offense coordinator of the past few seasons, but has been subject to much. Yeah, it's because he's not good at calling offense, and he still calls offense, which is usually the problem. I've had my doubts about Taylor, but I thought last season was the best sign for offensive integrity that we've seen from his Bengals tender. Last year's offense was absolutely atrocious. I mean, look at that Seahawks game. Even with Joe Burrow, we couldn't move the ball at all. And our defense literally won that game. And that all came down to Lou Anarumo. So so the arrow is pointing up. On the flip side, I've seen a big believer. I have long been a big believer in Anarumo, who is one of the best defensive coaches against elite quarterbacks. 100%. Yeah, no, I agree. It's going to be interesting. But again, like I said, Lou is really carrying this list. If you just look at these three by themselves, Zach, elite level head coach. Zach, awful offense coordinator. Lou, elite level defense coordinator. Cleveland Browns are number 13. Bills are number 12. Colts are number 11. 10 is the Vikings. Okay, Miami Dolphins is 9. Number 8 is the Green Bay Packers. 7 is the Pittsburgh SKYLERs. What? No, I just almost went past this and didn't even mentally process this. Mike Tomlin, yes, okay, carries. This is the Lou Anarumo of head coaches. Carries this right here. Arthur Smith, no. No. He's not good. Stop that. I can't even say anything about you, because I don't really know much about you. But I know Arthur Smith. And Arthur Smith, I don't think he's that amazing to bring in. Outside the top 50. I'm putting Steelers outside the top 50. Mike Tomlin's the only one that carries. Ratbirds, number 5. 49ers, number 4. Number 3 is the Rams. And can you guess, guys, who number 1 is? Can you just take a wild guess? It's the Queefs. Okay, whatever. Don't care about that. Detroit being number 2 is interesting. There's a lot of crap talk about Dan Campbell, about how he's too risky. I love Dan Campbell, but there's a lot of talk about how he's too risky. He's going to cost them, a big game. He's going to cost them, a championship or a Super Bowl eventually, because he's so risky with his 4th down calls. I love how he plays. I also love how he is. Rams, okay, Sean McVay. 49ers, Ratbirds, Texans. No. I'm not doing this. We are not doing this today, ESPN. I don't even care if Mike Tomlin carries it. Hang on. Hold up. How do I do this? Okay. Let me go ahead and do that number. One sec, guys. We're just going to go ahead and add this. I don't care if Mike Tomlin carries it. Number 57 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't care. I'm not going to give you Arthur Smith. Mike Tomlin can carry, but he can't carry that bad. Anyway, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one.